Let's give Representative Oz a big hand.
Extra, read all about it. We're in the 85th day of this legislative session, and even as things begin to wind down here, we still witness attacks against women on every front. And you've heard about the many destructive and discriminatory, the many cruel and mean-spirited policies enacted by this legislature adversely impacting women of this state. It should be absolutely clear to all of you now that there's a war going on, and we're in the middle of a combat zone. It's a war against women, our rights to equity and fairness, and yes, our freedoms. Margaret Thatcher reminds us that in politics, if you want something said, you ask a man. But if you want something done, you ask a woman. Those guys, along with a few of their like-minded folk, have spoken loudly in a language that we don't accept. Extra, we're calling for action today. We're asking you, ladies and everyone else who will, to be the doers that we know you can be. And in spite of the evidence, you got to turn things around to make a difference for the many women and children who have no options and nowhere to turn. Because Emerson reminds us that most of the shadows in one's lifetime come from standing in one's own sunshine. So we can't stand in our own sunshine, and we can't allow anybody else, not this legislator, nobody else, to block our view. Actions speak louder than words. And it's time for all good women to stand up, to speak up, to cut up if necessary. Insist that our opinions be respected, demand that our choices about our bodies be our own and not the General Assembly. Because Margaret Sanger reminded us that no woman can call herself free who doesn't own and control her own body. We must stand today for what is right because it's right. And it's right for women to be treated with dignity and respect, to earn a decent wage like men for doing the same work. It's right for poor women to have access to affordable health care, not be ignored because of her zip code. And it's right for thousands of elderly women in our state to be able to put food on their table and get their prescription filled. Now, folks, we know what's not right, and this legislature knows it too. It's not right that 17% of North Carolina women live in or near poverty and have difficulty paying for basics like food and health care. And it's not right that single women with children have the lowest median annual income of all family types. And it's not right to deny women unemployment benefits when we are 9.6 of those out of work. No, it's not right for this legislature to deny Medicaid to an expansion to thousands of women because they don't like the president. When we rank 37 in the nation of the percentage of women with health insurance coverage, and it's not right to deny funding to Planned Parenthood and to fund crisis pregnancy centers that don't provide needed health care to women. House Bill 730, Senate Bill 132, those bills aren't right. Now is the time for our state to come to the aid of the women. We're called for such a time as this because we stand as women to lose the most, and we'll be gravely infected by the ugly disease of insensitive political shenanigans. And more than 1.5 years after the Great Recession came to an official end and the recovery supposedly began, women still suffer significant hardships, still economically insecure, and insecure in so many other ways. This General Assembly's policies have made matters worse for women. They are a detriment, not a benefit to women. Women are living on the edge, and we're about to fall off the cliff. You know, we've gathered on this Moral Monday to shed light on the immoral and shameful and disgusting attacks on women of North Carolina. And while we focus on these ills on Mondays, all days around here are filled with immoral actions, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and women can make the difference. And we can be the change that we want to see. You know, we make up 51.3% of the population, women. And we turn out 69% of the vote in North Carolina. So we're trying to tell lawmakers today that women matter too. You know, the temperature around here these past 85 days has gotten pretty doggone hot. And women are hot too. As a matter of fact, we are hot as hell. So let's stand together and change the temperature. You know, Eleanor Roosevelt reminded us of the power of women in heat. She said a woman is like a tea bag, and you can't tell how strong she is until you put her in hot water. The water is mighty hot, but we're not afraid. We're fighting back. Extra, read all about it. It's about power. And power is what makes the difference in lives and communities. And the first thing you have to understand about power and how to get it, you don't ask somebody how to get it or where it is or can you have it. You take it. You take it. You take it.